Today we're going to talk about the DELL Optiplex, more specifically the DELL Optiplex 5070. Today we're going to install this RX 580, a PCIe adapter, also a Wi-Fi card and some antennas. We're going to try to show you guys the best way to upgrade this computer and also potential upgrades you can have, but we're also going to mention some troubles that this computer has, more specifically with compatibility and also upgradability. Let's get into it. Let's get into how we open this computer. First off, if you look to the back, there's going to be this blue latch. You just pull down and then you're going to hear a small click. There's going to be this small side panel. You're going to pull this down and pull it out. As simple as that. You get the panel out, you put this to the side, and then this is pullable, so you just pull it and it pulls right out. But first, there's some clips here. We just pull these out and the front panel comes clean off. This is not fully necessary, but I do it often because normally this would cause the front panel to probably pop out, and honestly I don't want that thing to fall. And we just pull this out and it clicks right there. Now, this Dell specifically has 4 DIMM slots, two which are being occupied, and 4 PCIe slots. This blue one right here is PCIe 3.0. I looked it up on the manual. I'm going to put in the link in the description for anybody who wants to see more specific about this computer. And on this one we have a small M.2 port right here. Although the only problem is that there's no proper standoff, so I don't know what that's up with. I probably am going to buy one for this computer in case. There's also a small Wi-Fi slot right here. That's the one we're going to use to put my small Wi-Fi card in. There's 3 SATA cables right here, or SATA connectors. There's 2 cables. There's one that I'm using for the SSD and 2 that we're going to use for the graphics card. This CPU right here that I have installed, well, this is the one that came with the computer, is an i5 5400, I think it was a T. And we also have 1 fan right here in the back and 1 CPU fan. Those are the only fans that's available. There is no extra fan connectors on this computer. So if you want to have more fans, it is mostly recommended that you rather buy an adapter, although we're probably going to use the SATA connectors for the graphics card. So you can probably buy an extension for this 4-pin connector right here. Also going to be in the link description. Mostly all the stuff that I find, including this computer, the adapters, the Wi-Fi card I got off of the other computer, the graphics card and the antennas, everything's going to be in the link in the description. And this power supply right here, this is a bit of a problem. This is only 260 watts, which is going to be kind of difficult because our graphics card can eat at least 150 watts, and that's not including the CPU, which can probably also eat about 100 off our gains. But let's keep optimistic up to a high, and let's see what we can do. Now, first off, the PCIe connector right here, we have 2 SATA connectors right here. We're going to use both of them for our graphics card right here. Now, since we have both connected, we now have a 4-pin connector. But first, I'm going to try to install this card right here, although it fits in perfectly. So, there's the connector. We can probably plug it in. If anybody wants to know, this is, let me see if I can zoom it in perfectly. I don't think it's going to be able to see. Well, this is the Intel model 8265NGW, in case if anybody wants to get this one specifically. This one fits perfectly fine in the slot, although most of them are all going to be on the same size, so I don't think you're going to have any problems with other small cards. Let me just look for my screwdriver. Don't know where I left it. Give me a second. We're back. Just had to look for a screwdriver. Here's a screw that I found for this card specifically. I found it off of the same laptop where I got this card off. And I'm just going to plug it down and screw it in. There we go. And done. Like that. Now, antennas. I found these off of Amazon. And I think they were about like $9 for these pairs of antennas, which is kind of cheap. Although, there is a bit of a problem. Oh, dang it. So, here's the thing about this DELL Optiplex. I've already tinkered with it a while back. I believe there was actually slots for the Wi-Fi connectors down on I think it was down on the power supply. If you look here, I actually ripped it out. I think it's probably these ones right here, which is probably more concerning. The thing is that I actually did it purposely because I installed an SFX power supply on this thing. And that caused me to need to actually take it out. Although they do fit, but it's a bit doubtful. They probably are going to work fully. Now, obviously, I'm going to try to use it because I want to show you guys what kind of performance you can get off of these. Although it's going to be a bit difficult, if you're wondering, they don't reach. Yeah. So, that's another concern. So, the only downside is that if you plan on using this DELL and you buy these specific antennas, which I should have probably looked up more, I'm going to have these in the link, but I don't think they're the best because of how short they are. I'm just going to try to find a way to thread these somewhere. I don't know. Give me a second. That's a bit. I literally just grabbed some double-sided tape and just basically glued those antennas on. They are hanging on barely. So yeah, probably getting this pair that I got probably wasn't the best idea, but it was something at least. Now, let's get on to the graphics card. This one right here is one of my first graphics card that I had, actually. This one, I'm just going to show you guys how to put it. Now, something interesting about this kind of computer is that this is not a normal latch. As you can see, this one actually pulls up. So to release it, it's kind of different. So I'm actually going to try to install it onto this because even though this is a small computer, it's very easy to screw up. Let's just try to. And we're stuck on the Wi-Fi card, so I'll just try to slot these things down a bit. Put them down here, most likely, because, well, we still want some Wi-Fi. And not only that, but I have Bluetooth for, I guess, my speakers on my headphones, for anybody who has a pair. And now, graphics card. We can put it right here, right onto this PCIe, right there. Push it in. This one's a bit difficult, don't know why. There we go. Slots right in. Perfect. Now, although there's supposed to be a screw that I had over here, don't know when it went. Dang it, give me a sec. Did I put that? Oh, great. There it is. Now that we have a screw, we're going to put it right there. Right here. Excuse the canned air. There's some small screw slots. We're going to put this one right here. We're going to screw it. Now, that's simple. Now that we have this done, we're going to grab this SATA adapter right here that we have, and we're just gonna plug it into the graphics card. Although this is like 2, and just gotta turn this over a bit. Put this puppy in, and done. Internally, we are set. The only thing is that, well, we're gonna probably have to fix this up. Oh yeah, something interesting about this computer right here is that this, right here on the front, there was a hard drive bay. Although it is a bit difficult, especially for this graphics card, I actually had an ease filling these holes. These holes were riveted down to the bay. So if you have a drill, you can just drill out the rivets and just pull out the tray. And that was easy. For any questions, I'm happy to say, oh yeah, another thing about this computer is that this actually came with a hard drive bay. So if you have space, or you have an extra SATA port in one of your computers, or in this one, which I highly found delightful, you can actually add a hard drive. This one specifically came with a tray, obviously. But now, all we do is just close it up. Let's put the front pin on, like so. We just latch these onto the small thing, close it, so we hear a click on the clips. And let's put the side panel on. Now this one's going to be a bit difficult because these ones have small latches right here. They have to be right with these ones right here on the top. But it's just a matter of you aligning them and just sliding forward, and done. Now we have an Optiplex ready for gaming. Now, we're going to try some light gaming, but first, let's get some stuff ready. Since we already have a monitor connected, let's boot it up. Let me just connect my mouse too. And let's see if we get a video out. Which, I think it's going to be highly probable since I've already tried this previously. But let's see. And there we go. We have an output. Now, let's try to get into Windows and let's do a bit of fixes, because I do not want this computer to pop on me. We have AMD Adrenalin running. Right now we're going to actually do some tuning on it. We're going to do some custom tuning, and we're actually going to power down the power limit here. We're going to play the changes, and that should be good. Now, I'm going to open Steam. I don't think I have it installed on this, but I'm going to do some gaming. I'm going to show you some of the gameplay as well, and we'll get to a small conclusion very soon.
Okay, let's do this. We rolled this to the cops. don't know who tipped the cops off, but I have good information confirming that they don't know who's on the premises. They'll be This is your home, guys. Don't let the cops invade it. You've got to fight them off and stop them from taking your hard-earned money. Defend against the cops. Don't let them grab any money bags. Okay, fellas, lock and load. You've got a police assault on the way in about 30 seconds.
Open fire!
20 seconds left. 10 seconds to go.
Over here!
Okay, here comes the first wave.
Fucking shield!
Watch the backs.
Shield!
Shield taken care of!
Keep it together now!
They're on the roof.
Sniper killed!
Don't let up!
Shield!
Over there! To battle! Ready up! Driver ready! Gunner ready! Loader ready! Advance! Roger, advancing. To battle! Ready up! Driver ready! Gunner ready!
basically this Dell Optiplex definitely has some power in it. Although 16 gigabytes is definitely recommended for this computer because, well, 8 gigabytes in today's age is not really meant or is enough for gaming these days. Once you have another 2 sticks of DDR4, especially this one, that it's, I believe, 2400 megahertz frequency, 2 of those sticks, 4 gigabytes each, 16 gigabytes total, you should probably be enough to play some more modern games. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Any questions, put them in the link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.